What's happening? Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Gav, Max, Stephen Cotton, 2 Up Top Football. What up?
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Oh, that's actually quite apparent at the moment, isn't it? Because the old
Wow.
Arsenal got Villarreal in the Unai Emery derby in a couple of weeks.
A little bit. So you can say it was a little bit too topical.
Oh, that's a bit shiny, isn't it? Bloody hell. Look at us with a pornography, literally less than a minute into the show. Gav, Max, Stephen Cotton here, of course. Follow us on all social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, yada, yada, at Top Football. If you put Twitter Top into Google, our name comes up first. Cotton.
As it should.
Indeed. Plenty happening. The football itself was pretty dross, but there's loads of news and some breaking news that have happened in the last, it happened today, but more information have come out about that in the last hour. So I think we just have to start there, Stephen.
Let's do it. Let's talk about this absolute nonsense.
UEFA Super League. Is it the UEFA Super League, though? Or is it the European Super League? Because UEFA are pissed off.
Yeah, I think that is the case. I've just literally jumped the gun real quick before we're doing this and put UEFA. But yeah, like whoever's involved, the whole thing is just an absolute sham. Whether I don't care who's involved, I don't even care what clubs are involved. Like the whole thing is just like obviously Gary Neville just had his unbelievable rant on Sky Sports News, and I don't care what you think about Gary, whether you don't like him because he's United or whatever. When Gary Neville was doing that massive rant, we needed the national anthem like softly playing in the background. That's how impassioned of a speech it was. Like seriously, like whatever this idea or this proposal is, it's absolutely ridiculous, and it really shows that the main clubs that have kind of gone for it and pushed for it, United, Liverpool, Spurs, which is funny because it's top 6, but the owners are predominantly people that aren't like English owners. They're American owners. They're people that just want to raise the profile of their club, want to make more money for their club. No one cares. Like how in like, honestly, like we're going to talk about this for a while, I imagine, because my head's about to burst.
I'll tell you what then. Let me do a little explanation as to what's happening, because we're pissed off already. We know this already. But for people that don't know, senior UEFA figures are furious at 12 major clubs in Europe, 12 European major clubs, including the big 6 from England. Well, so big 5 from England and Tottenham have signed up to a breakaway European Super League. So Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Man United and Spurs are part of this group. In La Liga, you've got Real Madrid, Barca and Atletico Madrid. And in Serie A, you've got AC Milan, Inter and Juve. They're all involved in getting this together. And UEFA will use all measures available to stop this cynical project of this breakaway league. So this is ridiculous. The European governing bodies released a joint statement together with the English Football Association, the Premier League, and the Spanish Football Federation, La Liga, all these together. They've had this conversation and it is not looking good.
Mate, they are literally talking about, so basically they've told the top 6 that want to get involved in the Super League, if you want to get involved in that, you're out the Prem. There's no other way. You're gone.
The thing is though, Cotton, like, We're too young to remember, because at the end of the day, football for us began in 1992.
I was going to say, because this did happen before. This has happened before. The elite did get together and want their own league before, which is what we all know and love now as the Premier League, like you said. So, but I mean, a European league, man. We've got the Champions League. You've got the Europa League. We've now got the Europa. What's the new one?
The Conference League.
Conference.
I'm looking forward to that next season.
Exactly. We've got enough chances to play European teams. We don't need right, and I mean this with the most respect to these teams, yeah, because I'm talking about United as well. And Gary Neville made a point where he was like Fulham. It was like Arsenal just drawn with Fulham. United, we were drawing with Burnley at the time. He's like, United are drawn with Burnley. What? And you want to play AC Milan, PSG, and Real Madrid week in, week out? Like, get a grip. And he's right. Like, there's no... I honestly have kittens anytime I watch the Champions League or the Europa League. The last thing I need is my weekly football to be us getting pumped by Real Madrid or Barcelona every week. It's just so stupid. And it is just... There is no other reasoning behind this whole thing other than money. And what it is every single owner of a club, look at Levy with Spurs, the Glazers at United, like anyone that owns a club that wants a little bit of money rather than the success of the football club, they will look at this and go, whew, that TV money is going to be mental because it's going to be exclusive. Like the ticket revenue is going to be mental. Playing Real Madrid 2 times a season, guaranteed. Whew. Like, and that's all they've seen. They've seen the money that it could produce and gone, yeah, we want a part of this. And I genuinely hope that all the backlash, not just from fans, not just from pundits, but from the UEFA and everyone, genuinely hope this backlash makes them go, might have got this wrong here, boys.
So then what? Okay, then here's the situation. All these lot, they move on and they go and join this European Super League, right? How'd you get in? Is it an exclusive members club?
Yeah.
Because then what happens is, okay, the Premier League is the Premier League as it is, without the Big Five and Tottenham, and then you win the Premier League.
Pew 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 pew.
Camping. What happens when you win the Premier League? Do you still go into the European Cup, the Champions League? And if you win that...
Well, what happens to the Champions League? What happens to the Champions League?
Yeah, the European Cup's been around since 1955.
I genuinely hope this whole thing is like, look, they tried it. They've got the opposition from FIFA, well, from UEFA. Hopefully FIFA step involved and go, no, whatever. Let's quickly run through some comments because we want to get everyone that's involved.
Yeah, I'll put some up. So let's read them out and let's answer some questions.
Anthony Baldwin, apparently one of the proposed chairman for the Super League, is one of the Glaziers. Literally wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. They don't actually know or care about football.
They do. They're American. You've got to remember, in America, they don't do promotion relegation. These are the teams,
and they've just won the Super Bowl,
and they just won the Super Bowl as well, which I'm not happy about. But we'll deal with that. We'll brush over that. But
that's
then different topic. In fact, tune in every couple of weeks on MAD Sports Chat Network if you want to know more about NFL. But look, American owners will love the idea of no promotion, no relegation.
Yeah,
because the whole idea of promotion relegation fries their brains.
Yeah, they don't get it. Brendan, big up Brendan. Spurs in the Super League. It's laughable, not even close to UCL right now and haven't won a trophy in years. Again, that's so true. Like, how can Spurs even have the gall to be like, yeah, we're a part of this? Ugh. That's like me literally rocking up to like the most handsome competition, and it's Brad Pitt, David Beckham, like Jason Derulo. I'm trying to think of anyone.
So it's okay.
I know. But
we've actually got a license to be there.
Okay, maybe that's a bad analogy. That's like me rocking up to a small dick competition and expecting to be entered. But you know what I mean,
or a short man in general.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but Spurs rocking up and being like, oh, we want to be a part of this. Like, come on. Danny, absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah, Danny from 4M1T.
4M1T. Well, we're getting on to 4M1T next. But absolutely ludicrous. Yeah, no, we're getting on to the next one. Shambolic, more clubs involved. Do you know what I thought was really, really, really terrible? And I thought it was really bad. So after United just beat Burnley, right? Spoiler alert. After this, obviously this news is broken. It was at half time this news really broke, right? So we were kind of expecting it. But like all they spoke about in the aftermath of the United game was this. They didn't speak about the United game. They literally went to Ollie Solskjaer, but interviewed Ollie Solskjaer, and Jeff Sheff was like, Ollie, what do you think about this Super League? Like, what? Like, Ollie's got to say? Like, what's Ollie going to say about that? Like, what? Ollie's going to be like, well, I spoke to the Glaciers and told him I thought this was a bad idea. Like, what's he going to say? Like, what? Like, why are you asking him these questions? He doesn't run the club. But we all know the club is run poorly by guys that don't know what they're doing. So, like, asking him after it was a joke. 4 Manx on Tuffy. There we go.
So that's Chris from 4M1T.
And now here we got 4.
Spread yourself out, boys. We love the love. Like, bring it.
Yeah, do you know? I'm not gonna lie. I'm ashamed as well. Like Gary Neville had his tirade, and I'm ashamed we're part of this. And Gary Neville literally said, those top 6 clubs, dock them points, fine them, whatever. And I can't argue against it. Like, how can you try and openly be against the league you're in or try and get out of the league you're in? Like, it's the Premier League, man. Like,
I've got a question for you then. Do you feel sorry then for the managers in this situation?
Yeah,
because they've gone to Ollie, they'll go to Arteta and Klopp and whatever, and they'll be like, do you think it's a good idea? And it's like,
Well, that's a double-barreled question because some clubs managers have much better relationships with their owners or the board, etc. There is you can't tell me there's not one single way that Joel Glazer rang up Ollie going, mate, we're looking at this Super League. Yeah, it ain't happening. There is certain clubs. I imagine Leicester. When I see Leicester, I imagine Brendan Rodgers has straight direct link to your man who owns the club. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at Leicester, cool. That's kind of thing. With United, do you really think Ollie has ever spoke to any of the Glaziers? Like realistically, unless it's the end of season dinner or something like. And happening. So for these
meet in the smoking area.
Right. So as much as we take the piss out of Mourinho, do you think Mourinho would have any single say in Levy wanting to get involved in this league? And even a chance. And even because I tell you now, Mourinho loves the Champions League and he loves the Premier League. There is no way on this planet that Jose Mourinho goes, I want this Super League. Not in one chance. So just there's no way any of these managers want anything to do with this. What we got here? Hold on.
Does anyone know anyone who would want this? Any fan? Very good question. No.
I really don't think so.
Who in their right mind would want this? I don't understand who would actually want this. Even if you are favourites to go on and do this, like I don't know. Let's say if you are City or Bayern.
Hold on.
Like, do you?
Unless
Bayern love playing against like teams in the Bundesliga. They love slapping them up, or having like good games and things like that. We love going to certain places and having good games. Like we don't want to be playing against this. Like, Bayern
are one of the clubs that haven't joined it yet. Bayern and PSG, which is PSG is very surprising. But does anybody want this as a fan? Like even someone like Wolves. I mean. If you think about like someone like Wolves, so if you think the top 6 get shut out of the league because of it, I don't even think someone like that wants it. I don't think any Premier League watching fan wants to see the top 6 just jettisoned because they're going to go to some other ridiculous. I honestly can't believe we're having this conversation. I can't believe we're having this discussion. I can't believe
it's ruined my roast dinner. I had a lovely roast dinner this afternoon, and it's absolutely ruined my day.
Mate, I've got the chimney going in the garden, and I've had to come and have this argument about this why
it's fucked it. It's
Super League.
It's fucked your eve.
But surely this won't happen. Surely.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't know if it's Tommy or Rory from the Anglo-Italian pod, but thanks for tuning in. Kroenke is vice chairman too. Yeah, and where's he from? America. This is right up his street.
Baby!
Completely right up his street. And my boy Joby, G-Nev nailed it as you.
He did. Yeah. Oh my god. Like I said, the national anthem should have been played behind Gary Neville's tirade. It was unbelievable. It was so good. But let's go on to some football, which is. Well, where do we start?
Where were you thinking of starting?
No, I was about to say, I'll be the first one to say that I genuinely think this weekend has probably been the worst weekend of football I've ever watched in the Premier League. And there were some good results. And there was some like Newcastle beat West Ham 3-2. And I watched that game and I still thought it was a terrible watch. Let's go there.
Well, Newcastle 3, West Ham 2. And I'm absolutely devastated about this because even though I can't stand West Ham, I'm sort of like G-ing them on. It's like, go on, go get it, son. Go get it.
Right. Do you know what? I can agree with you when you said you can't stand this result. I don't think anyone deserved to win this game. It was so bad. It was so bad. Like, I genuinely was shocked that someone won this game. It hurt my soul. It hurt everything about me to watch this game. It genuinely was just absolutely pants. And everyone, I am a football fan. I'm not just like a United fan. I'm a football fan, right? And when I saw this tie, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be spice. This is going to be Jesse Lingard proving why he's going to the Euros. I think for the first hour of this game, I was genuinely like, oh my God, like, I was literally like, do I need to watch this? It's sunny outside. Can I not go out like pub garden or something? Like, and I was like, no, I can't watch the game. Joe
Linton bagged again.
Twice. Did he?
It went down to Noggy, didn't it? I'm going to change the background. I'm just going to remove us for a second so everyone can remember.
Got 2 goals back to back. He's got goals back to back, mate.
Ballon d'Or elect, mate. Honestly, is coming for it. He's coming for it.
Sky had some crazy stat. It was like Joelinton scored 2 goals in 76 appearances for Newcastle. He's got 2 in his last 2. Like, well fucking done. How much it cost? What was he, like 50 mil? Like, well done.
I thought about how much they paying the staff. That
the
staff.
Scenes, man. Absolutely.
Craig Dawson got sent off, 2 yellows on 36 minutes.
It's the wildest 2 yellows I've ever seen in my life, right? First of all, the first yellow, I don't even know why he feels the need to get involved there.
Yeah,
not all. The second one, I would possibly argue that might be a straight red, because I think it's that out of control and that dumb and that, like, they're literally breaking away to score and he's just gone through him, like absolutely 2-footed through him. And
it just winds me up that you make those sort of challenges when you're already on the yellow card. It's like, how many times do we say, don't give referee a decision to make?
Do you know what? Yeah, I was watching it, and when like he had his hands up and waved on, and he waved it on, and I was kind of like, because obviously, right, so quick integer here. So I've been watching a lot of Australian football, and basically there's a rule in Australian football in the minute that if you play advantage, you can't come back for a card, which is in Australian football. Yeah, true story. So when I was watching whoever I was watching on Friday, that happened. No, it wasn't. But whoever I was watching, they were like,
Western United.
They were like
rattling teams off.
They were like, that's the rule. So I was like, okay. So when he let the play go on for that Dawson one, I was like, okay, he might come back and warn him, but there's no way he's just straight sending him off. And the goal went in, and he was just like, off you go, mate. Peace. Go. Which is the right decision. And it was really refreshing to see a referee play advantage, but still come back for a second yellow. Because there would be
for a second yellow, it's much harder to sell a lot of the times. But yeah, I look, it's not often I will always sit here and back referees because of my history. But it's not very often I will defend referees this particular season, and in this situation, I'm with you as well. I'll back that decision.
Yeah, it was a great bit of refereeing because they let the play go on, but it's just, and they scored from it as well. Could you imagine? Yeah, if that ball got played through where there was like one Newcastle defender in the box and they were definitely just about to score, and he blows up for a red card and just like you'd be absolutely fuming.
And then they don't bag. That's what happens. That's the whole point of advantage. You know, when at junior level or an amateur level, semi-pro level, that is the perfect scenario that you want, where you've got an assessor in the stands. I remember it happened to me when I was refereeing in London, right? And I'll play on advantage, and they've gone on a score, and like assessors stood there, look at me, and I'm just like, I just go back to the player, bam, yellow card, and I'm just like. Stick that up here, and I loved it. Honestly, got a really good mark that day. That's what got me promoted. Lovely, lovely stuff. West Ham, though, this is tough for them now because they're a point clear, 2 points clear, point clear of Chelsea, and they played a game more. So, are we now officially saying that the honeymoon is over?
Yeah, I think it was a really nice little project from Moisey to get him into the Champions League. But like, I was the first one about 6 months. Well, not even that long. Whenever they appointed Tuchel, I was like, look, he's boring. He'll play boring football, and he won't get Chelsea to where they are. Don't get me wrong; they've not been playing boring football. They have been playing boring football, but they're getting results. West Ham, I think it's just a little bridge too far. Like the season is coming into the business end. Like I know it's cliche, but the business end of the season. It is
like 5-6 games there. Well, 6 games.
Yeah. And this is one of those games. I tell you now, if West Ham would have beat Newcastle yesterday, this conversation would have been different. Would have been like, ooh, can they actually? Can they? Yeah, exactly. But this is the kind of defeat for them that kind of makes it like, oh, okay. You can't slip up while Chelsea are in this form, and Chelsea are in crazy form. Like whether they're scoring 1 goal a game but winning 1-0 doesn't matter. Mourinho won a title with Chelsea doing that. Chelsea are on the ascendance. They've got the players, man. Everyone is so surprised that Thomas. Right, don't get me wrong. I didn't rate Thomas Tuchel. I've still got my question marks, but
and I did. I do rate Tuchel.
Gav, look at the squad he's got and look at the money they've spent. You can't not come into that.
I liked him anywhere he's been. I liked him at Mainz. He got Mainz into Europe. He got Mainz promoted and back in and got him into Europe. But
then my question would be, basically, they were very, very, very much underachieving under Lampard, which shocked horror. Who saw that coming? A club legend with no managerial experience, really. I mean, he was at Derby for a year.
They conceded a fuckload of goals.
Did they get promoted under him? No, like it was just literally exactly. So Tuchel is a half decent manager. Never said he wasn't, but like I've still got question marks about him. But this Chelsea team, I think, have more about them than West Ham going for the top four. I'd love to see. When I say I'd love to see West Ham going top four, everyone if you're a casual listener or even if you're like a long time listener, you know I really have this irrational hatred for West Ham. But I'd still rather see West Ham finish top four than some of the other clubs going for.
I just like the fairy tale idea about it. You know, I like the
Moisey finally getting top four.
Yeah, just be back. Well, he's done it once, didn't he? Remember, they almost weren't able to qualify, like to attempt to get into the Champions League, and they still fucked it at the first stage anyway. So
well, there is some very, very, very crazy permutations that would not get people top four, and it's like Chelsea beating City in the final and Arsenal beating United in the final. Would be like it's mad permutations because obviously then those people
potential that there's like six.
Yeah. So it's like if you finish top three, you don't even get Champions League anymore because we've just all took it from you. But
I do think we could get five. We're allowed five.
Yeah. That's the thing.
But I don't think we're allowed six.
No, but there's like crazy.
It would just be banter if that did happen and West Ham finished fourth, and then they have to go through that drama like they did back in. When was it? 2005-6 season, 2004-5 season, wasn't it? When Liverpool won the Champions League and Liverpool weren't allowed to qualify and banter.
Never happened on my timeline, mate. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is now Newcastle staying up now, isn't it? They've just found the right time to cut the results.
Yeah, well, do you know what I've said all season? Yeah, and I love Brucey, and we've said that he's had a bad shake of the stick, but they have played some poor football. but like it's literally been night and day. How in the last 75% of the season have you been this poorly and played this bad football? And in the last 15% of it, where probably need to get some results here.
They might play some pretty Barcelona.
Isn't it? Just give the ball to St. Maximin. Just literally. If this was Football Manager, yeah, it'd literally be whatever. Play him down the right, and then you put play down right hand side, or put the ball down right hand side. Every single time, how are they not? Every time they give the ball to this guy, he will not be in Newcastle next year. No, he will not be in. There's no way he's at Newcastle next year. Yeah,
you remember Rafinha are gone this season.
Honestly, 100%.
He's absolutely turned it up. It's not like people didn't know. Well, I find it mad that people didn't know about him before. But what I do find, man, is that they've signed him for so little money. Do
you know what the crazy thing is? Yeah, people have gassed up so many people this year, mate. Adama Traore last season. Yeah, I brought this up in a tweet earlier because Adama Traore has been touted for a 30 million signing. Mate, last year they wanted 80 million for him. They wanted what? Because he could run fast. I love Adama Traore, yeah, because he's a bit of a banter player, but Adama Traore is like a winger frimpong. We want
him at Kansas City Chiefs, man. We need a running back.
Yeah, we love him, and he's like a not a generational player in the. Hold on.
I was going to say, don't let me cut that one out on Twitter, bruv.
No, I don't mean generational players in the talent. I mean mate, it's Traore. He's hench. He's like a meme quote. He's like a meme sort of player.
He is a meme.
But Maximin is 10 times better than what Traore is. End product, everything.
Maximin can ball.
Mate, honestly, there was a point in this Newcastle game where Maximin was running at defenders, and they genuinely didn't know whether to back off or come on. They just kind of did neither, and he just walks past them, and it was oh my God, I love watching this guy play football.
Nah, he's sick, man. Honestly, he's absolute talent. And what I also loved as well was the fact that Joe Willock, he bags as well. Just a
He
little
very much
celebration.
did. Yeah.
Where's my camera?
So this game went to and fro. But you said it was
shit.
It was the worst game up until like 10 minutes to go. Watching it was almost like pulling teeth, and then all of a sudden it just sprang into life in the last few minutes. And bless them, it's fine. Bless them, they equalised, and we thought, right, this is it. It's like 2-2 to like Newcastle, West Ham 2-2. That's a fair result. Like, it is what it is. Literally up 30 seconds later, Joe Willock had other ideas, and I love any goal that comes off the crossbar. I don't care. I don't care if it's 40 yards, 5 yards, 3 yards. If it comes off the crossbar, gives me a hard on. So Newcastle beat West Ham, which I don't think any of us really saw coming. But
no, and that pretty much sent Sheffield United down, which was going to happen anyway. It's been a long time coming. Let's be real. Wolves beat Willian Jose on the hour.
Can I say a little secret about this game?
Go on in.
I genuinely fell asleep watching this game. I saw the goal, but I was like in and out of it. Like, I was genuinely just like in and out of it. It was a really tidy finish. It was like a counter attack. So basically, Sheffield United should have scored, clearance off the line, and within the space of 15 seconds, the ball broke, out they go, cross comes in, William Jose, who is a clinical finisher. Mate, the guy last season like in La Liga scored like 20 goals. Barcelona were looking at this guy.
Yeah.
And Wolves picked him up and he scored 1 goal. But it was a good finish. Straight past Ramsdale. Like, it was just, again, like, it's the theme of the weekend. It was such a dead game, man. It was so terrible. Like,
Sheffield United got 14 points. Derby went down with 11. But who are the worst?
Sheffield United. I feel aggrieved. That they've got 14 points. I genuinely do. I genuinely feel aggrieved.
Is that because 3 of those points picked up were against you lot?
Not even that. Like, they're like... when I saw that Derby team, that Derby team did not have the quality this Sheffield United team had.
No, but they were a good championship side, though. They had championship-ready players. I'm worried about this Sheffield United side. But
that Derby side, were full of fight and just wanted to stay up. Like, they were doing the best they could to try and stay up, right? They did not have anywhere near the quality that this Sheffield United team has. Like, how can you finish, like, almost 4th in the season before, and then, okay, fair enough, they lost a few players. Well, Dean Henderson went back on loan.
They lost, and Jack O'Connell, that's it.
No, but they've spent a lot. But we have this conversation all the time, and it honestly, I sometimes can't sleep at night because I know that Sheffield United are about to go down with the second worst points total ever, and they spent 40 million in the summer. And like 20 of it was on like a shit goalkeeper, and 20 of it was like on a fucking unproven English striker. Like, what are you doing? And I feel, you know what? In this game, I feel terribly, terribly sorry for Brewster. He got his ankle trod on, which is a Wolves red card. He got his ankle stamped on, and he got a yellow card for it. But listen, when you're down there and it ain't going for you, it ain't going for you.
Yeah.
But Sheffield United have a lot to answer for, man. Like, we have had this conversation so many times on the channel. They needed a proven goal scorer. The last thing they need to do, okay, Dean Henderson went back to United from loan. Okay, sign someone out of contract then that's a keeper. You don't need to be spending 20 mil on a keeper to stay in the Prem.
That got relegated last season.
Yeah, that ain't the one. You don't need to be spending 20 mil on a youth product like Rhian Brewster to score you some goals. Buy yourself a proven goal scorer in the league that's either looking for... Mate, go for Vidra. If they'd have gone for someone like
Vidra, because Vidra weren't playing games.
But that's what I'm saying.
Game time.
Exactly that. Someone like that could have been like guaranteed a few goals. Mate, look how many goals Sheffield United have scored as a team. Not even players, as a team. Absolute shambles. So I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love Chrissy Wilder, I don't know what that whole debacle was about. But this season they've contributed to their own downfall. Like, it is what it is. Game over. Off you go.
I mean, like one team that are knocking around down there, they did pick up a proven goalkeeper in Areola, and that's Fulham. Fulham, they drew 1-1 with Arsenal earlier on today. Behind the scenes that you can't see, Cotton put this name down as Arseful. So we're just having a little laugh about that.
Yeah, I think it was Arsenal. But do you know,
and they put LOL at the end of it.
The crazy thing about that Areola thing, yeah, he was great for PSG, and we've seen him play for France and been great for France. Like,
do you remember that game? Was it in the Nations League when he just had like full on like René Higuita, friggin' Oliver Kahn.
Just greatest goalkeeper in the world.
Like, all in one. Like Gordon Banks, literally that whole game.
Mate,
I said 16 shots. He was pinging out these saves all over the place. I was like,
I said to you at the start of the season, I can't believe that Fulham have signed Areola.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's loan, because PSG love loaning players, especially goalkeepers. But I was like, this is absolutely mental. How is Areola? Mate, wasn't he in the France squad for the World Cup? I swear he was in the France squad for the World Cup. Sure. Like, absolute mental of a player. This game, again, going on the whole weekend theme of just being absolutely dead games. This was terrible to watch. This was really bad. It was a hard watch. I mean, obviously, I'm not an Arsenal fan, and I put the TV in the garden because I wanted to soak up some of the sun. Believe it or not. I mean, you can actually see how red I am. I am shining. But like, yeah, I'm bad. But like, I was like, right, let's watch it. This is gonna be a great game. But there is a stat for Arsenal where every time they've played after a Thursday in Europe, like, their win percentage is something really, it's really dog. And they did look leggy. Like, you smashed.
We made so many changes, so I don't understand why we were.
Well, there's the thing. You are, first of all, big up for smashing the racists on Thursday. We'd love to see that.
Even Spurs fans were backing us. That's how you know. Not even just like a small win, just an absolute 4-0 trouncing. And it's just enough black people that were bagging as well. You couldn't write it.
Gav, how many white people scored goals for Arsenal?
Oh yeah, fair point.
Yeah, there we go. We love it. We love to see it. So yeah, coming off the back of that I don't really think it's an excuse, like, because like you said, there were so many changes. Don't forget, we're getting on to our game later. We played Thursday as well. So right.
But we're Arsenal. That's the difference.
True. Right, let's get on to this. So Lo Celso's goal is ruled out for offside. Have you got any problems with it?
Lo Celso, you mean Danny Ceballos?
Same person. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
Same. The same.
No, they are the same player.
They are the same player.
But okay, so Danny Ceballos.
Are you an attacking? Are you a box? What are you?
Do
you get yellow cards every game? Yes.
You came on transfer from a Spanish club and have really underwhelmed. Yeah. Anyway, it's offside. It's offside. Do you think it's offside?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, I was upset as well.
But for the love of Jesus, that's all I say.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. He's definitely offside by a few centimetres. It's annoying.
It's not as much as that.
I think it is. Do you know what my problem is, right? When they first show the replay, without any lines, us at home can see that he's offside. Like, we genuinely can. But then they start drawing these fucking mad thick, like, Sharpie permanent marker lines that are like this thick. Like, if they
they're
genuinely
like road markings, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the problem. So that's why everyone at home's go, there's a millimetre in it, but there really isn't, because if they actually just drew like a really thin line from each player's foot,
like they do in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, exactly. The technology's there. But when they start drawing these mad, thick, Sharpie, like kids have drawn them, lines, then you start questioning things. But honestly, that Arsenal offside, it's more conclusive when you don't see the VAR lines than when you do.
Yeah.
It genuinely is. That's how thick they've drawn the lines. It's absolutely mental. But so that was and correctly given offside. He is offside. I know we hate these VAR offsides, but he is a centimetre or two offside. It is what it is. It is what it is. So then Fulham then get a penalty. And before you even say anything, Gav, this is never, ever, ever, ever in any game of football a penalty. It's never a penalty in any game of football. I don't care. I don't care if you're a Fulham fan. I genuinely don't care. Like, it's never a penalty. Yeah, he goes to ground, but he literally dives over him like he's in war zone. Like, he's trying to get that parachute into Verdansk. Like, there is no way there's contact. There's no way it's a penalty. I can't even believe that. Like, they looked at it and then gave it.
Yeah, I'm aggrieved, mate.
I can imagine, man. It's unreal. It's unreal.
It just takes the piss. I don't understand, like, what they're looking at sometimes. Or it's
they barely looked at
it.
How come some VAR decisions, they literally spend 3-4 minutes agonising over it? They literally looked at this for about 5 seconds and went, fuck it.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Like, but he didn't touch him. Like, he's gone to ground early. Do not get me wrong. But there's no way that's a penalty. And, like, honestly, obviously, like, Arsenal being banter is funny and stuff. But I was watching that being like,
this is the point. This is why a couple of weeks ago when I was watching that Liverpool-Villa game, I took to Twitter and I made a video because I was like, look, I love watching Liverpool's demise. I fucking bask in that glory.
Yeah, but this is a joke.
In the right way.
Yeah.
I want to see honest football. I want to see, Liverpool mess up because they're messing up. I don't want to see them get mugged off by bullshit decisions that are being made that way. And it's happening across the whole game.
That was the same last week. I literally put a tweet out saying, VAR is bad when you've got me feeling sorry for the Scousers. And they genuinely did have me feeling sorry for them. And honestly, like, I genuinely can't believe this was given as a penalty. And even when they showed the VAR replay and they did it in slow motion, and I was still watching for something, thinking, where's the contact? Where, like, what? And I just couldn't believe it.
Can we say about the actual dispatch of the penalty? Because that's quality the best penalties I've ever seen.
Josh Matt is a joke, mate, but we all hate him. Sunderland Till I Die. He's a snake. If you ever watch Sunderland Till I Die.
No, his agent's a prick. He was cool. He's just going wherever.
Snake.
His agent, he's not the snake. His agent as a prick. Honestly, but I love Sunderland Till I Die. And Josh Matt, I love it. I look out for it. And Sunderland fans still love him. Sunderland fans say that's off him.
Gav, I have an issue with the Arsenal equaliser. I genuinely do, and this isn't because I don't think Arsenal deserves anything out of it. I genuinely have an issue with this, right? I genuinely think Rob Holding is impeding the goalkeeper. Because
I think so as well.
I
think it might. Like, I don't like the idea of evening things up. I think that's a bullshit thing that goes around that commentators and pundits have made up. I honestly believe that, but I think there might be a little bit of guilt knocking around. But Joe just said that is offside as well.
Here's the thing, yeah. If Holding is onside and he's 10 yards further back, then Areola has got so much more time to set himself for where the ball's coming. Because he thinks Holding's going to do something, that's why he comes out early and he comes out to the 6-yard box or whatever, and then he makes the dive and he parries it out to Nketiah. Yeah, look at all these. Holding was offside. Yeah, he is offside.
That's an Arsenal fan. That's an Arsenal fan there, and that's a Man United fan.
But do you know what the crazy thing is? I was having this argument with this guy on Twitter, right? And I was like, we've literally seen 10 of those chalked off this season for that.
Yeah.
And we genuinely have. Like, I don't mind the Arsenal equals. That's not the problem. My problem is the consistency. Like, we have seen those ruled out for people being way less in the way of goalkeepers than that.
Yeah, 100%. Even last week and the week before, was it when Man City bagged and Aguero was slightly in the line, but wasn't really in the line, but it still got chalked off anyway. It's like,
but that's the thing. Like, it's consistency. Either, like, I'm not saying that Holding is completely wrecking the whole goalkeeper's eye line, but he is bang middle of the goal. They even spoke about it on Sky Sports afterwards, and Roy Keane was like, he is pretty central to the goal. Like, he is kind of there. Like, again, if he's not there Areola doesn't need to come out and try and parry because he knows the flag's coming. This is another thing. You know how they're doing like super late flags, like flag. Then he's offside. He's offside from the
exactly.
He's offside from
until
the free
play
kick.
restarts. You can lovely flag up anytime, up until that point anyway. So we got away with that. We got away with that 100%.
Which is terrible for Fulham because they might genuinely get relegated off the back of that.
Yeah, look, no. But
not off the back
of the rest of the other games when it gets to that point. They haven't been good enough. And I'll tell you what, they were good enough for a very small period. They played nice football a lot of the season, to be fair. But the issue with Fulham is that they started to believe in their own hype. And as soon as people were talking about them staying up and whatever, that's when it all went tits up. And that Villa game is the most... That they should look at that and be ashamed of themselves. 1-0 up, in control. Villa couldn't even get a sniff and lose that game 3-1 after being 1-0 up. I'm sorry, Fulham, you do not deserve to be in the Premier League. And I really like Fulham. I really do. But you do not deserve to be in the Premier League based on that result alone.
Do you know one of Scotty Parker's biggest downfalls as well? Like you said, he brought into that hype that Fulham are playing football. Yeah, we don't need to be starting Mitrovic. Like, are you high? That like 2-week period that he played for Serbia, he scored like 107 goals in 2 games. And they're like, probably should put him back in. Should put him back in the squad. It's Mitrovic. Literally, long-time listeners of the show. I literally 2 years ago, Gav, I said to you, I'd have him at United.
I think you even said that in one of the early recordings.
When Ibra left, I said, if we're looking for a target man on the cheap that you know can come in and do the job that doesn't mind sitting on the bench, this guy is the guy. When you supply Mitrovic properly, he scores goals, man, all the time.
I'll tell you what Mitrovic needs to do. He needs to have a word with Maxim Choupo-Moting's agent. Get sorted out that way. 100%.
Yeah.
That will work. That will get you a move.
If Mitrovic spoke to Choupo-Moting's agent, he'd be playing for Barcelona this year, Real Madrid next year, and whoever wins the Champions League in 3 years' time, like straight up.
There you go, 100%. United won 3-1 against Burnley. This is a big game for Greenwood. Mason Greenwood back to brace. Edison Cavani, who I do not like. Anyone knows me knows the reason why I don't like him. Fuck him. And then Tarkos got the equaliser though. But I was very limited on watching this game because I was too busy smashing dinner.
Do you want me to front it?
You can front that.
I'll front it. So basically, I was very, 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 very critical about Mason Greenwood in this game until he scored 2 goals. So basically, we conceded after 13 seconds, but it was offside. But Dino came out for some crazy shit. But I love it because I love to see Dino is playing this Manuel Neuer sweeper keeper for United since he's been number 1, and I love it. When we beat Spurs the other week, like the amount of times that a through ball was cut short because Dino was literally outside his box already. That ain't happening with De Gea. That's a one-on-one with De Gea. So we love Dino. So first half was very, very, very kind of nothing other than them scoring in the first 13 seconds. And then after the second half, we're like, right, let's go, let's push. So the first goal from Greenwood, I'm not even happy. Well, I was already moaning about Greenwood. He missed a sitter, and I was like, right, this is why we need Cavani. But right, Greenwood's first goal, yeah. Gav, this is your bread and butter, how someone should get an assist, right? This cross comes across the box, yeah, and in the middle of the box, Bruno is being marked by like 3 players. I don't know whether he heard a shout. I didn't hear the shout because I was watching the TV with no commentary, yeah. But Bruno just literally steps over the ball.
That's my shit. I'm down for that life.
He's taken 3 players out of the game, yeah. He steps over the ball, and then Greenwood comes in, finesses it, side corner of the net.
I'm about that.
And even the commentators like, well, Bruno won't get an assist for that. It's like tough, right? So there's me
every fucking week.
So there's me. I was pure king of the hill today, right? I took my TV out into the garden. I was watching it in the garden because I'm king of the hill, hillbilly. So I'm literally like, right, come on, let's go. This is it. Let's go. I'm literally pouring my beer into my pint glass, right? I turn around and I see a corner coming, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then James Tarkowski's all over Maguire and scores. I'm like, oh, wow.
That was short-lived.
This is ruined my day, and I genuinely. Do you know what? Yeah, this is how fickle and horrible I am. If we wouldn't have won this game, I'd have had a picture of Maguire, what our disallowed goal was last year against in the previous fixture against Burnley, because that Maguire disallowed goal against Burnley in the previous fixture was less of a foul than what Tarkowski was doing on Maguire this time around. But I was like, okay, cool, like whatever, I'm just gonna let it go. I've had a few beers, whatever. And then United were just pressing. And then Greenwood, who I'd literally rinsed the whole game, like, this is why we need Cavani, I don't think he's a striker, comes in from the wing on his strong foot, on his right foot, hits a shot, massive deflection, but it was still on target, so it goes in, so it's still a Greenwood goal. I was like, right, come on, this is it now. But Cavani, he scores again, man. Like,
Bun Cavani.
What? I know, mate, right, so for anyone out there listening, right, I can't even sit here and be like, oh, I love Edison Cavani, right? Gav will back me up on this. My beef with Cavani, yeah, I used to think he was a massive stat padder because his conversion rate for PSG was unbelievably bad. Like, yeah, he was scoring 25 goals a season, but his conversion rate,
1,000 shots.
Yeah, his conversion rate.
25.
His conversion rate was like 18%. Like, how are you scoring?
People would turn around and say, it's like, yeah, but it's getting in those positions to have a shot anyway. It's like, it's fucking bag, man. And there's some sitters as well.
You're playing against Guignon every weekend. Like,
yeah.
Like, how are you not scoring? That's I've just thrown that in there for Brendan and Sean that because we were having an argument on how you pronounce Guignon.
Guangong.
Oh, so you know about Gangwon.
Don't watch me and pronunciations and European football. I'm aware of these things. Gangwon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gangwon. Yeah. Okay.
And Con.
But United win. So
C-A-E-N.
Listen, do you want me to put in a little stat here right now? So when let me just check the table just to make sure I'm right with this. Yeah. Okay. So. When City won the league from United bottling it, there were 6 games left, and United were 8 points clear. Right now, City are 8 points clear, and there's 6 games left. I'm just saying. But also, do you know what I do want to say? Yeah, real quick, and this is a little bit of United fan service. Everyone has literally said, like, this Pep team's unbelievable. No one can get near City. It's unreal. But then at the same time, they're like, shouldn't United be doing better? Which one is it? We are literally like in 8 points clear. Like only in 8 points. I think
just because you should be a little bit closer to them when like some of the games that you've lost this season where you've dropped points.
But Gav, it's only 8 points, mate.
Like, Arsenal picked up 4 points against you. Nah, it's like the worst Arsenal season of all time.
Okay.
Sheffield United beat you at Old Trafford.
Okay,
like,
but
taking like those situations and be like
taking single results out of the equation. We're only 8 points behind City.
But those single results are the reason why you're 8 points behind and not 3 points behind.
But hold on. But everyone's talking about this City team like they're relentless. They're a steamroller. They're the greatest Premier League team we've ever seen. We're only 8 points behind. No, yeah, well, yeah. We're only 8 points behind. But then in the same breath, it's like Man United should be doing more. What can we do? Right, okay. So the same people that are saying
you have to take those singular results. That's the reason why you have to take those singular results.
No, but Gav, listen. The same people that are saying this City team are the best team ever are going, Man United should do more. More? What can we do? I'll just explain it. Other than winning the league, what more can we do? Like,
you need to get past semi-finals. You start doing that. Let's
players though.
We're gonna get to the final of the Europa League, and so are you. And you're going to pump us 3-0. And it's going to be really fucking annoying. It's going to be really fucking annoying.
Arsenal
I'm already putting on Man United to win, Man United -1, 2, and 3. I've already done it. I'm cleaning up that day, and I'll happily lose money and die on that hill to make sure if Arsenal don't win it, I've got a few quid in my back pocket.
No, if we get an Arsenal United Europa League final, Arsenal win.
No, yeah, we won to win. Yeah, you haven't beaten us for a while. Madness. You haven't?
Huh?
You haven't beaten us for a while.
No, I know that I genuinely was just coughing. That was no. I was choking on my beer. I genuinely
choking through embarrassment.
Yeah, that wasn't a
shit.
That wasn't a spit take. That was a genuine. Right, what's the next game? Oh yeah, my top's beautiful, mate.
It is nice. I'll give you that. Where's the next game? Oh yeah.
What's Everton?
Fucking both of these clubs are a shambles, mate. And do you know what? Yeah, and do you know what? Tottenham are literally on the same level as Everton now.
I know.
I would have believed a year or two ago that Tottenham was still kind of like upper echelon, but nah, this is it. And I don't want to be disrespectful to Everton fans who think they're above where they are.
No, they're starting to understand and realise now that they're not as high as they should be. They got really gassed at the beginning of the season. They've been welcomed back into the ring of the don't worry, mate. You know, come over here, pal. They've been humbled.
You want to play Thursday night football at 6:05 p.m. on BT Sport 1?
Hey, we both do. We've both been doing that, right?
Yeah, but we don't. We both don't want that.
But we both don't want that. We're both not about that.
No, but our two clubs don't want that. These two clubs are aiming for that now. That's the problem. Like, that's not me being like,
elitist.
I hate the Europa League, mate. I hope we win the Europa League this year because it's a trophy. But you don't want to aim for the Europa League, like. Yeah. And that's what these two people's seasons have kind of come down to. Like, that it is what it is. I thought a draw was coming in this game anyway. Like, I genuinely thought that it wasn't going to be anything silly. But Harry Kane has had 2 shots on target in this game.
And Harry Kane had no right. Yeah, they were gifted. They were poor defensively.
Both of them were gifts. And I don't want to. I don't want to say
players involved in all of in both of the goals as well.
And I don't even want to be like gifted, as in like I'm sounding like, oh well, it was literally handed to him. It literally was. Both goals. The first goal, it was who she got?
Mason Holgate.
Holgate literally ducks out of it. Holgate ducks out of it. So King's like, what? And Kane goes, yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah, I'm happy.
And then the second goal, literally same thing. And it was like, cheers, mate. I just 1 shot, 1 goal. Like, cool. Like, whatever it is.
Well, Sigurdsson's opener was a penalty, but the second goal was a move. That was sexual.
Oh, unreal.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I was eating a Turkish from the Olive Tree in Toaster in Northamptonshire. Make sure you order from there, but don't get it through Just Eat, because if you get it through Just Eat, you don't get the discount. But if you order it directly from them, especially Sunday to Thursday, you actually get 30% off as well, which is nice.
Hashtag no plug.
Hashtag no plug. There are other Turkish restaurants available.
Hold on, real quick.
Gangster.
Not polyester. It's real. It's old.
Oh.
Just wanted to because you hold on.
No gate.
Yeah, I mean these whole drawers behind me. Like, hold on. This is literally older than me. Like. We got the reels. Don't worry about polyester. Don't worry
about them ones. They ain't going up in a fire. No offense to Adam Deering. Look, these two teams are inside joke. These two teams are destined for Europa League. And nowhere else. They don't. Neither of these two sides are
Europa League conference
football right now. Yeah, one of them could be playing conference football, and I reckon that might be Everton, if I'm honest.
But this is why the Premier League is so crazy at the minute, right? Like, you want to talk about top 4? Like, top 4 is being contested by like 37 teams right now. Like, if you'd have told me that top 4 was being contested by Tottenham, I'd been like, oh yeah, okay, cool. But if you'd have said to me, oh yeah, also Everton, West Ham, fucking like 10 other teams, I'd be like,
yeah, I mean, like, I've just got a quick look at the table right now. If we go from, like, should we say from 10th, Leeds are in 10th on 45 points, and then Chelsea are currently in 5th place on 54 points. That's and a lot of these teams are playing against each other. So there's going to be a lot of change that's going to be going around over the next few weeks. Do you know what I mean? So, like, do we rule? In fact, look, I'll go down to 11th then with Villa. They're on 44 points. So if we can involve Villa in this, because the Conference League might go down as far as 8th, depending on
it might go down further than that if we start expelling people from the Premier League. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, it might. But like that won't happen for a couple of years. But like, look, in 8th place right now is Everton on 49 points, and Villa are 5 points behind them. So we can't rule Villa out of a European spot.
Without being condescending, I still think this has been a very, very, very good year for Everton. Very good year. You've got Ancelotti as a coach, which is absolutely mental that happened anyway. You've managed to get James Rodriguez, the most Rolls Royce of a player I've ever seen in the Premier League. Like, even if it was a 2-2 draw, and I know there'll be Everton fans who are like, he doesn't put a shift in, he doesn't track back. That's not what you signed him for. Honestly, in this game, when he was on the ball, mate, when he was on the ball, it was like galaxy chocolate, mate. Just honestly silk.
Smooth.
Like, I was just smooth, like. James Rodriguez at Everton is literally like Zola at like 90s Chelsea.
Literally is. It's like, what are you doing here? You're really fucking good.
Yeah. Why are you there? Literally, why are you there? Literally, why are you there?
I ain't going to say much more about this game. Not really. No offense to Everton or Spurs fans. Well, all offense to Spurs fans. But it is what it is. And then, finally, FA Cup game. And Chelsea 1, City 0, which means the quadruple is over. There's no chance of a quadruple. Now, Man City can still do They can still do a B-Tech treble, where they can still win the Champions League and the Premier League, but then the League Cup, which is happening next weekend, actually.
Doesn't count.
It's not the same, is it?
Doesn't count. The treble's the treble, man. The treble's the treble.
Yeah, do you know what, right? Now that City have lost this game, I couldn't give a shit what they... I couldn't give a shit what they win. I couldn't give a shit what they win.
Okay.
I hope they just win the league now and nothing else. No.
The wheels are going to come off.
They need to win the League Cup.
Yeah, we don't want Spurs winning shit.
Giving it stacks. Yeah, we've won a trophy. We've won a trophy. What's the Dulux admin going to do then if they win a trophy?
We brought Jose in to win trophies and we've got one. What do you expect us to do? Like, no way. Sorry, Stu. I'm really sorry, Stu. To be fair, I reckon Stu doesn't want him to win because he wants.
I don't know. He wants Mourinho out. Yeah, I mean, like, no.
Well, mate, I would. If I was a Spurs fan, I would be literally like, "Why has this guy not been fired yet? Like, what are you waiting for? Other than the payout, like, what is the crack?"
Yeah.
But Chelsea won. It was an
interesting game. In a weird way, wasn't it? You know,
do you know what it was?
Man City made so many changes, yet he's trying to say that he respects the competition, which clearly he doesn't.
Do you know what it was?
He clearly doesn't respect this competition because how can you be playing? How can you make 8 changes?
For the neutral, right? It was for the neutral. You wanted a Anthony Joshua first round knockout, but what you got was a
Floyd Mayweather.
You had a Mayweather defensive masterclass for 12 rounds with winning on points is what you got. And it was a horrible game to watch, man. It was dead. Like,
see, I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was tactically smart. Now,
if you were a neutral watching that game, it was
if you're a non-football fan and neutral that don't mind watching football every now and then, it's the worst advert for football you ever have.
Yeah, it was terrible.
But if you like football, understand the technicalities behind it and things like that, I think it's actually quite a relatively good game to watch. I'll tell you what, Tuchel reminds me of an Italian 90s manager. He really does in terms of his style.
He managed Milan in 94. Like,
yeah, you would accept that. It's like, what, conceded only 15 goals, but you only scored 36. That's fine. You know, that's what. I think that's why I've got a bit of love for Tuchel, and I love Germany and German things.
Well, so. I'm coming for Klopp because Tuchel was the first ever German manager to reach an FA Cup final.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. You know what I mean?
Klopp's been around for 5 years, yeah.
6.
Just saying.
Just saying. It's a little bit out there, bud. A little bit out there.
Just saying.
It's what it is. I don't understand why Liverpool haven't gone out and tried and won an FA Cup. You clearly don't respect the competition. You know, it's clubs like you that are ruining this legacy.
Listen, I'm not going to say anything.
You've got nothing to say about respect and the FA Cup.
We should have been beating Southampton. We should have been beating Southampton tonight.
No, I'm talking about
99
season.
Oh, we were going to Brazil, mate. Club World Championships. Don't worry about that.
No, to be honest, that's the FA's fault because you asked for the game.
It was because we said for a week. Yeah,
it was as long as a week. It was a couple of days. And they were like, no.
Yeah, they're like, weekend. It was like, can you do this like 3 days? Bearing in mind, this is the same FA.
If that was nowadays, they would do that 100% because back then it would. Back then it weren't on 95 channels.
If this was
Spain, about a 3 week period.
Spain or Italy, they'd be like, yeah, we want you to go out and do the best for us.
Yeah, do our
have a week, have a week or two.
Yeah.
Our problem was like you said, it was like
got a game on Saturday. Because the FA Cup then was played Saturday.
Sky Sports have got you playing Ipswich on Tuesday. Like, are you sure? Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's no love, but then there's still that elitism from the Premier League and English clubs. Mate, it pisses me off, man.
That's what happened with the Munich crash, mate. Because the FA wouldn't give us fucking three days leeway, and they were like, "Nah, it's all right. We want you to go represent the country, but at the same time, can't you just get home tomorrow?
Shit needs to be done."
Yeah, and can't you just not fly? Like, okay, Sam. Cheers, man.
Oh, dumb stuff, man. Oh, I'm losing all my bits. I was wanting to go back. There was a comment that was here from Red Devil Studio. I love those guys over there. There's a comment. Super League thoughts. Now, Red Devil Studio, I know you tune in every week and I appreciate it. What you'll need to do this time, though, is go back to the beginning because we went off. we went off on this subject from when we started.
Super League is the deadest thing in the world, man.
It's not cool. It's not a good idea. We don't want that shit. I don't
want to sound like Mark Goldbridge or anything, but like I'm genuine. If there's a Super League formed and we leave the English Premier League for a Super League, I'm probably done with English football. Like, obviously,
if that does happen, will Celtic and Rangers be allowed into the Premier League to make up the numbers?
Mate, fuck it, just let Thanos in, let the whole crew in. Like, come on, all of you. Like, what does it matter? But honestly, if they do this whole Super League, you know, my second club is Roma. I'll be a full-fledged member of the Rome crew. Like, if United go into this Super League, I'm done. I don't want to watch. I genuinely don't want to watch English football anymore.
You can come watch Serie C football with me at Palermo if you like.
Parma won today, didn't they?
We're getting our badge back. Apparently.
Are you actually?
Yeah, we're going to be Città di Palermo again. We're going back. We're going to get the old squad back together. You know.
Well, there you go. There's another reason not to. Oh, Leicester are still winning. This is fucking.
Yeah, Iheanacho. Yeah. So before we wrap up, Iheanacho bagged on 55. Against
of course, he's on fire, man.
He loves it. Honestly, I was going to say he's playing for a contract, but he's got his contract. He's still playing. You know, that's what Arsenal players should do, really. You know, once you've got your contract, continue playing well because that's what you're meant to do.
Not true about it, Hank.
Oh god! In fact, let's have a little thought about Aubameyang because I thought he was just getting mugged off, and I thought he was mugging us off. He's actually got malaria. He's not in a good way. So thoughts are going out to him. I thought he was just being a prick, but no, he's actually ill. So you know, thoughts to him, and also to Darren Moore, who had COVID, I believe, and now he's got pneumonia.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Well, which is common getting both. Yeah, it's common getting both. Yeah.
So thoughts to him on that. I've got the Championship show on Tuesday on MAD Sports Network, and we're being joined by Canary Cast because Norwich are back in a la Prem. They deserve to be back, though. Yeah, they should be.
No, they shouldn't be.
Piss off.
They're the biggest yo-yo club. I'm trying to find my Chris Smalling shirt to give him some props, but I can't find it. Norwich are the biggest yo-yo club in the Prem. They'll come up this year and go straight back down again.
I think this time they'll hang around.
Look at Timu Pukki scoring like 25 goals again this season. Like, well done. Like,
I think Norwich are going to hang around this time because they've kept the core of the squad that went down, and they've bossed it now. And then with a couple of additions, I reckon they'll hang around.
I tell you who I do like Todd Cantwell. I'm not going to lie.
You know I gas off Todd Cantwell, and you know I gas off Buendia. and I'm not on part of this new.
Buendia
new
is
clique.
wild, man.
I'm not part of this new clique. I said that. I done said that long time ago that I'd gas off them both, and I'll find footage to prove it.
Buendia could do really good at a club like West Ham. Well,
I'll take
actually saying that because West Ham signed your man from Brentford and absolutely ruined him. Like,
yeah, but they don't play very often. Ben Rama.
Ben Rama, absolute raglord in the Championship, was literally just like skilling people and ragging people for days. And like David Moyes was like, right, you're third in the pecking order behind Yarmolenko. Like,
cool. And you're playing left wing back.
Yeah, innit? Like, cool. Don't worry about playing him. Don't worry about it. Like, whatever.
Oh my god. Let's wrap up. We've gone through all the games. There's no other games that we need to talk about. So all we've got left to say is make sure you like, share, subscribe on YouTube for us, please. We really appreciate that. Follow us on all social media platforms if you wish, though. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Twitch at Top Football. And if you didn't know already, where the hell have you been? If you don't know that if you put Two at Top into Google, our name comes up first.
Exactly that.
That's the shit. But I'm Gav Matt. That's Stephen Cotton. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and cheers.
Southgate out all the time. We want Southgate out all the time. Southgate out all the time. Southgate out.
Okay, so like Southgate out, and then like so we got to drop the mic after the.
Well, I was literally like, we gotta get rid of him. Gotta get rid of him.
See you later, Southgate.